Hey, everybody out there. It is your girl, Lady Rachel of Singles with a Testimony. And we are here on this beautiful Saturday afternoon talking about a hot topic, dating versus courting. What is the difference? And so I'm going to do the first half with my brother, Lavanson Atkins, the Love Doctor, as he is known in these H-Town streets. So you guys make sure that you got your teacup, you got your nice little spot, your pillow, your blanket, or whatnot, all of that good stuff, and join us on this comfy couch as we go forth with the topic dating versus courting, and what is the difference. And we know that there is a difference, but we're going to find out from this awesome man of God what is the difference when it pertains to believers, Christians, and when it comes to dating and when it comes to courting. So again, make sure that you guys welcome him, and I am about to get him on here so he can go ahead and bless the people. So all right, go ahead, D Love Doctor, and speak to the people. Tell us who you are and what you're about and what you do.
Man, oh man, oh man, y'all understand? I'm on the mic with my sis, Big Rach. You know what I'm saying? Miss Lady Rachel in the building. I'm Levanston Atkinson, aka D Love Doctor, CEO and founder of Everyday Love Ministries and motivational speaker. I do so much, but just also I love serving. I love uplifting people. I love helping people to be the best version of themselves. Amen.
Amen. And so, of course, we said the show, the topic of the tea, dating versus courting. What
Right.
is the difference? So, first, before we go into the questions, D Love Doctor,
Uh,
what is the difference in your opinion, in your perspective? What is the difference? And is there a difference? I mean, we know it is, but you know what I'm saying? We got millennials, it's a new age thing going on. So,
right.
kind of talk to the people about that.
All right. See, what's crazy is a lot of this. I'm coming out the gate with bars. So one thing we got to understand is I wasn't accustomed to knowing what courting was until I had to learn it myself.
Mhm.
And so for anybody who's not knowledgeable of anything in this lifetime, you might want to go look it up for yourself if you feel like you're missing something or some information out there that needs to be heard or said. But when I found out what courting was and what courting means to me, my opinion is basically getting a chance to understand somebody, looking at what you're about to sign up for, looking at what they're going through and what their life consists of, and see is that accurate to your life. Are
Okay.
they in the right season for a relationship or today? Are you in the right season for a relationship or today? And so when it comes down to courting, dating, and then relationship and then marriage, people don't understand. People are confused the
Yeah.
word dating with relationship, and they confuse with courting with talking.
There you go.
And so it's all different type of confusion. But I call it but I call it courting, dating, relationship, then marriage. So if I have to break it down, courting is when you get to know somebody. I'm telling you, a lot of people find themselves in relationships. A lot of people find themselves in marriages,
Hmm.
never courted that person, and find out at the end that this person is toxic, or this person might not be toxic, but just might be the wrong person for me.
Right,
It might
right.
be the wrong time, wrong place, and just wrong mindset for me. But at the same time, if you don't take that time to actually understand and see what's going on in your life and see what's right in front of you, you might you might take the opportunity to just dismiss somebody who could have added so much more drama or damage to your life.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think for me, dating, a lot of us, and sometimes women, we will uh, feel that okay, well, we're dating, so that
Uh,
means what? You're just dating. It
yeah,
doesn't mean that he's even considering you for a life mate or partner. And like the
right,
man of God said, courting, when you find out what courting means, and I had to look it up myself because we're in the time to people don't say courting. They think
right,
that's old school. When they think that if I'm dating you, that means that I have the right, or that undoubtedly that must mean we're gonna get married.
right,
Absolutely not. It says that dating leaves options open to if that person even wants to consider you,
Right.
court you. And then, like the brother said, courting you, he's getting to know you on
Right.
the level to see if what you got going on, if what I got going on, if it's gonna mesh, if it's something that I can work with, if I feel this something that I even want to sign up for. If I
Right.
say courting, that means I have the intention. That's what it says. The definition of courting, it says that the man has the intention to
Mhm.
marry you. So he's already gotten to know you, and he said, okay, this is the one that I want to go ahead and go forth with. So the
Right.
next question, it's saying, how important is it to know the difference between dating and courting? And when you explain why it's so important to know the difference.
Okay, so if you don't know the difference, the reason why it's so important because you might skip a step that you need to backtrack and regroup. Like so, understanding communication is key. I tell people communication is key. Also, communication is good to yourself.
Mhm.
A lot of time we don't check in with ourselves to see how we feeling. Are we in the right space? Are we in the right time? It been sometimes in life where somebody always told us, but we never could just consider it. But we might have been the problem the whole entire time. But
Absolutely.
just because we,
Absolutely.
just because we didn't take time to acknowledge or communicate with ourselves about what we want and how we want things done. And so when you coming down to understanding the difference between those two, is understanding who you with and what you're trying to do and what their mindset is on too.
Yeah.
Because if you with somebody who's say this like the I guess the statistics say that women move faster than men.
Mhm.
So women catch feelings way more faster than men. But then they wait for the men to commit to the woman, right?
Right.
And
Right.
so what a man could be courting, some people court like to a certain degree more and higher than others. And so you do that. But if it looks like you in a relationship, you're doing relationship stuff and you doing dating stuff, so you mixing up the guidelines and that woman thinks that, hey, I think I'm closer and closer to us getting in a relationship,
Mhm.
but that man could just really be taking advantage of what you let him do.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
And not just saying just on men, vice versa.
Oh, yeah.
Like some men fall in love fast. I ain't gonna lie, I'm one of them people too. I know what I want, and I know what I know
There
what
you
I want. So, but a lot of times women be like, "Oh, you got a big heart. Okay, cool. Let me see what you're gonna do. Let me see what I can get out of you until before you get to this point."
right.
The next thing you know, by the time you get to the relationship or you feel like you want this person, you already drained because they put you through so much, putting you through tests. So you got to get somebody through on the same level as you, understand that, hey, be able to communicate what courting is, what courting looks like to you.
Mhm.
I have been a big fan of for the past, think, 3 years of asking people what's their definition of things.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people, a lot of people will say different words and things like that. You be like, but that ain't the same definition I have. So what's your definition? So once you learn somebody's definition of courting in a relationship, and then you can see where you go from there. If
Yeah.
that's the one for you and you feel like you want to keep going, go on. But if you see their understanding and see their way of courting and that don't apply to you, um, do what's best for you.
Yeah.
Because if you don't do what's best for you, nobody else will.
Absolutely. And then that's when you have to decide. We know that um in a relationship, you have to learn to compromise in any type of relationship, a friendship, a business. You just have to know what you can compromise, what's negotiable, what's non-negotiable. You have to
Right,
have boundaries. And there again,
right,
um, I think lines get blurred because sometimes people are one also not honest with themselves. Like you said, they didn't ask themselves, like, what is my intention? I'm getting to know this young lady.
hmm
What is my intention? Do I see her as? Do I want to get to know her as? I mean, and the reason I'm saying that, people, is
right,
because we as believers, right? When we date, our dating should be different from the world. Our dating should
right.
be that I'm dating to get to know this person, to go on to court this
Uh-huh.
person, to eventually
hmm
be married. That's
There
really
it is.
how we are
Yeah.
supposed to be. But we know everybody does different.
Yeah, you're right.
So and when the lines get blurred, I heard it said before that sometimes men will use love for sex, women will use sex for love, meaning that you meet a brother and he tells you straight out the gate, hey, I like you and everything and all of that, but
Right.
I'm really not trying to get into a relationship, and you tell yourself I'm okay with that, but really in your heart you desire to be married. Why do you, men or women, why would you accept something that you really don't want just to kind of have something? So kind of talk about that.
So say the question one more time.
Why would you, if you, even a man, like, that you hey, I'm ready to settle down, I'm praying, I want to meet my wife, but I meet this lady, she nice, she got things I like, and so on and so forth. However, she really doesn't want to be in a relationship like me. Why would
Yeah.
I pursue that, and knowing that it's really not going to go anywhere? But why am I pursuing that, or
Oh,
why am
easy.
I settling for that?
Easy. Lack of discipline. like,
You say,
lack,
oh, that's easy.
lack of discipline. I can tell you off rip, lack of discipline. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna bust somebody bubble today. A lot of men gonna be mad at me. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in I'm a man or I just had to have sex. That's the reason why I cheated. The reason why I did this and that. Hey, my man, grow up.
Yeah,
Because at the same time, if I got a great woman in front of me, and I know she's amazing, I'm gonna treat her right and be the best person for her.
right, right.
So for you to lose something, for you to lose your family, your legacy, just because of an urge, just because you could have went to go work out, or you could have just went to go home and go have sex with your woman, or just go please your woman, or just go out on a date or something like that, or just look away. Like I don't get that. I don't get that. I would not put that in my category, and I would not be considered just because I'm a man that falls short just because of some temptation right in front of me, which women have temptation too. So yeah,
Okay.
but lack of discipline for both parts though. Know
Yeah,
what you
yeah.
have,
I can
know
see
what
that.
you have, know what you have, and know what you want. If you do not want to be in a relationship with this person, do not wait till somebody else steps in your marriage or steps in your relationship to mess it up to exit out the relationship. If you're not happy,
Right.
communicate that you're not happy. Bring some skills, bring some other information that you can bring to the relationship to say, hey, what can we do better? And if you tired of fixing it, if you feel like you're saying the same old thing, then you have the opportunity to leave. But do all that before things get hectic. Like,
Yeah.
why? Like, don't. You don't have to disrespect somebody to make a point.
Absolutely. And then know that in dating, you have options, many different options to decide to lead.
Yeah,
In courting, you even still have an option. Once it gets to marriage, hear me, I'm not saying that you don't have an option, but when you get to marriage, if you did not, like the man of God said, if you didn't communicate during the dating stage, then
yeah,
now you're here at the courting stage. This is when
right,
you need to, you should have been praying in the first place, but this is when
right.
you really need to seek the Lord before I ask her to be my life partner, give her my name and all of that. God, I really need you to show me, is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Is this the person that I'm supposed to spend the rest of my life with? Because now that you're married, it's easy, but it's not that easy, because
Right.
marriage means that you got to work, and everything is not just because it don't look good, feel good, sound good, and I'm tired
Sure.
of this and I'm tired of that, or I can easily give up. No, because marriage is about sacrifice. It's about many times sacrificing yourself for the betterment of that person, even if you feel, hey, I'm doing everything right. But
Right.
like the man said, did you communicate that? Were you honest with what you wanted, what you
Right.
expected, what you were looking for during the dating stage, during the
Right.
courting stage, when you had the opportunity to say peace? And so sometimes we don't. And like you said, you get into this marriage and now you're seeing all of this stuff. Well,
Right.
you probably didn't ask that. You probably didn't express that. And so now you're expecting this person to change overnight when you never told them that from the beginning.
True.
And so now, you kind of stuck. So you kind of touched on the question about sometimes women do it, or they kind of get the lines blurred a little bit more, because the next question was gonna be, who do you think it affects more, and why do you think that it affects, whether it's the man, whether it's the woman, who do you think that it affects more?
It's my courting.
uh, um, when it comes to the dating and the courting, but when the lines are blurred, or when there's a lack of communication or no communication at all, who does that affect more? I mean, if there's even a more.
I was so I really it's like I'm leaning to say both, but
Yeah,
I'm also leaning to say the person who's not being communicated with. You get
good.
me?
That's the answer. Yeah,
Because the
yeah.
person is always the person that's not being communicated with that gets what's the definite? I mean, what's the word people say? Left a double hockey sticks out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah,
You
left
know
out.
what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, you left
So,
out in the dark.
so
Right. Yeah.
in the dark. So yeah. So I would say it'd be the person that doesn't get the communication back, that feels like everything is going well and
Hmm.
that everything is going fine and we moving toward this. Then suddenly you get hit across the head like, yeah, I really don't like you like that, or I used you for this, or I'm not in that type of season. Now you feel
Right,
like
right.
I gave everything. Why? And then this is what I want to talk about too on that accord. For those people who get hit across the head and things like that, do not change who you are.
Absolutely. Good point.
You you are an amazing person. You are a beautiful person, and I promise you that's gonna be your superpower. At the same time, you're gonna see that that person wasn't ready for you, or that person couldn't handle you, or that person was intimidated by you. But understand that somebody out there that's gonna receive your love, that's gonna accept your grace, and that's gonna bring peace to your life. So do not change who you are because somebody else was too immature to accept the grace that God has put in your heart. Amen.
Amen.
Because one,
All
the,
right now.
what makes what makes people lost, what makes people lost is they feel like they have to change themselves to be accepted
Mhm,
around others now. But
mhm.
hey, baby girl, hey man, my brother, it was nothing wrong with you from the jump.
There you
It was
go.
just wrong time, might be wrong time, wrong place, wrong
There you
person.
go. There you go. Absolutely. Okay, so being that you are, ladies, men, we're not gonna go into the thing with the stereotypes and the statistics. One thing about this young brother that I say that I love is that one, he's a young man, go getter, got things going on for himself. No baby mama drama, because to what I know, there ain't no babies. Has never been married. He's out here moving and grooving and doing, and has a lot to offer. Ain't been to jail, no addictions, none of that. We know in our, unfortunately, it's sad to say, in our community or in our culture, we all think that most of our men of color have had to been to jail, got some baby mamas, got some addictions, all this other kind of stuff. In here, we have one of many that does not. And so this question is, then give us, D-Love Doctor, your opinion about dating versus courting as a young unmarried man. See, this man has never been married, because see, it's different if you have and now you're not, or I'm not sure if you've ever even been engaged or you've asked anyone before. But as a young man, a millennial, and we talking about young y'all under 30, and when I say that, because we know that it's a lot going on. It's a lot of stuff being thrown at our young brothers. And so, how do you decide? I know you said discipline, but you got to have something that you're standing on that helps you to stay rooted and grounded.
Be honest with you. Be honest with you. There's a lot of distractions in the world. Like not even talking about women. Like women are just. I mean, women can be distractions if you see it that way. Sports can be a distraction if you see it that way.
Mhm.
Gambling, money can be a distraction if you see it that way. Drugs can be a distraction if you see it that way. Partying can be a distraction if you see it that way. So, I'm gonna be real with you. Sometimes church can be a distraction if you see it that way. It is what that type of addiction and what all that alludes to in your heart. Let me tell you something. Focus on you. When you focus on you and get understand your purpose, understand your grace,
Mhm.
understand what you bring into this world, I'm telling you, it's gonna help you see the world differently. And
Absolutely.
once you start seeing the world differently, you're gonna start moving differently. You're
Absolutely.
gonna understand that you're not gonna accept everything, because when you accept everything, that means you'll fall for anything.
There you go.
Let me say it again. When you accept anything, that means you'll fall for anything.
Say it again.
Like for real. Just to be honest with you, a lot of people don't work on themselves, and so when you don't work on yourselves, it's certain points of you that lack that somebody else can see.
Yeah.
And that's why it's so many aggressive people. What's it called? Predators in the world
Yeah.
that be taking advantage of people with lack of self esteem, or
Hmm.
that got money, or take advantage of somebody's body or whatever, because what you lack is on Front Street.
Yeah.
And if somebody chooses to, hey, attack it, go after it, and see how much they can play with it, but it's to the people like me and other people that's stand firm and stand ground on what they're about and what they do, and it's gonna bring a lot of type of temptation. Trust me, I'm a I ain't gonna clap. I'm a dark skin, 6'5", you know what I'm saying, type person. A lot of people come my way, entrepreneur, motivational speaker, like talk well, dress nice. Like a lot of people come my way, but at the same time, we gotta understand somebody's for you,
Yeah.
and are they really for you? Not for what you do, not for
Right.
how you look, but how y'all make each other feel about the moments y'all have. Do y'all really connect? Or y'all goals really lined up about in life?
Yeah.
So I just want to tell you, hey, all the stuff on TV, all the fame, all the glory that you think that you working hard for, it ain't for that. Make your dreams happen.
Abs-
God gave you a vision.
absolutely.
It feel better once your vision come true than watch somebody else make their vision come true.
Absolutely. And everybody's journey is not your journey. And what's for you is for you. What's for them is for them. And you guys, I remember he said something uh profound some shows ago that when you're in relationships and things and dating and all of that, that once you see it maybe once twice, okay, you may say victim, but if you continue to stay in it, then
Yeah,
now you are a volunteer.
yeah,
You know that this brother is showing you his inconsistencies, and that don't mean that everybody that's necessarily a red flag, but what I'm saying
yeah.
is, if you say, well, I know, and then it's something else you said, that God has got you to this place and he has restored you and all of this and blessed you, and so why would you allow somebody to come in, and they really don't want nothing. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, he look good, he fine. Yeah, them six packs and things or whatever you got. He dress, he smell good, and all of that. Yeah, you gonna see all of that because the devil know what you like. You think he gonna present you with some
true,
junk
true,
that you don't like. He gonna
true,
give you a chick
true,
and she's so stacked to you just say, my gosh, I have no words for her. And she
true.
just got shape, butt, top, all that, just everything, and she has it going on. However, she has no substance, or she could just not be for you. So you have to say, okay, I said, God, I'm praying for a wife. So
Yes,
that means that sometimes, a lot of times, you're going to have to give that thing a pass.
right.
So, I mean, talk to us about that because I want the unmarried, well, even those that are married, but those that are desiring to date, those who are dating, those who are considering of taking it to the next level, and they are young people your age, or even a little bit older, but definitely the young kids, because as we can see, when I say lines getting blurred,
Mhm.
we seeing how the young women, oh, I thought he liked me, and he said, oh, we just dating or talking. So now you find out it's another chick and you trying to kill him, run him down. He's shooting you, you beating him up because, like you said, no communication. So kind of talk about that and just talk about how they can kind of, I guess, navigate through that, because it's a lot going on. It's a lot of distractions, so much more than when I was y'all's age.
One thing, one thing I want to let somebody know this: relationship goals happen in your own relationship. Nobody is relationship goals except for you and your spouse. Whoever your girl is, whoever your man is, that's relationship goals.
Mhm,
Don't look up to nobody else because you don't know what they're going through in that household.
mhm,
Because pictures do not tell any stories, but
mhm.
testimony does.
Go
Divorce
ahead now.
divorce rate does. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm, mhm,
People in relationships killing each other does. You know what I'm saying? And so understand that what you got, understand how unique it is, and understand that it's okay to be different. As
mhm,
long as you two are happy, do what you need to do. Have fun, enjoy yourself, build with each other, grow with each other. Because if you get too busy looking at on social media,
mm,
Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook, or whatever, these magazines, these award shows, talking about I want
mhm,
to be just like them,
mhm,
that's when you take away the specialness from your relationship. Because while you trying to be like somebody else, they probably out there living their best life and just bonding with each other and looking good while doing it.
mhm, mhm. Yeah,
So while you focusing on somebody else's relationship, you need to be worrying about your own relationship. Man,
absolutely.
let me tell you something. We need to start understanding this too. I had to tell myself this a lot of times before now, but sometimes you're not in the right season. we
That's it.
can't we can't we can't we can't even blame it on somebody else. But like, hey, I ain't told somebody that recently. Like, hey, at the same time, if you'd have talked to me in that moment, in that stage of my life, I wasn't a man for you.
Right,
But
right,
right now, I'm that man. I'm that man for you, and then some.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Just be honest. just be, just be honest with that situation. I love people who are honest and intentionally in touch with themselves, knowing that, hey, I couldn't even handle you at that time right now. But
Right,
if God give me the blessing for us to meet again, that's cool. But
right.
I ain't, but then it's a difference though. Understand that before you get in a relationship. So I don't believe. So my mindset is this: you don't gotta do what I say. But if you already committed to somebody and you just figured that out, you got two options. You can do that. You can leave. You can say, "Hey, I need some time to myself, figure stuff out and all that." But understand you're already committed.
Mhm,
But if you're already committed, understand, communicate that to your partner and say, "Hey, I'm not all the way here. I need to work on myself, and I can do that with us in a relationship. But I just want to let you know that I'm fighting for us and I'm
right,
fighting for myself."
right, right.
A lot of people are too prideful to tell their partner that, "Hey, let's just say I don't got it right now. I'm not financially stable to take you on these amazing dates or things like that. But hey, I still love you. I still care about you. We still can talk on the phone." Or hey, I don't got a car right now because I just got hit in an accident. But would you be comfortable picking me up? Would you would
Mean,
you
at least
would
you
you
put it out there what it was,
you
so
know what I'm saying? So it just being honest with you, like, hey, I'm in school right now. I don't got no house to myself.
right.
You cool? Come to my people house. Can I come to your people house?
Oh, can we
Things like
meet
that.
out?
Can we meet out? Exactly.
Or maybe
But
I can't take you out, but how about maybe
exactly,
like you say, I come over, you come over, um,
exactly.
and I cook
We,
you dinner.
we cook together. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
There you go.
We
Yeah.
can, we can, we can, we can. You can always make something work. You can make
Oh
something
yeah.
happen, especially if you love somebody and you cherish what y'all have. But
Absolutely.
understand, you got to get out your prideful ways.
Oh, absolutely.
Because if you think just courting, let me tell you something. I told somebody earlier. It's funny that we're talking about courting, but courting never stops. To
Mm-mm.
me, to me,
Hey,
courting is not.
Because once you
Courting is not,
married, then you gotta that's when you gotta keep the dating. You ain't gonna be married
exactly,
for 70 years and
exactly,
you don't think them people had to still date because you're
exactly.
changing, you're always evolving, you're always not in the same place. So now you're still learning each other all the time.
Right,
Yeah. So you gotta
right.
know that.
And so I think I call love an action word, but I feel like courting is an action word too. It's all about consistency. It's all about showing that what you can do and how you pursue somebody and keep being in the mindset to learning them.
Yeah,
Because at the same time, if you're in a position that y'all are growing, they're always gonna be in position to learn, and they're always gonna be in position to grow.
absolutely. Absolutely.
So yeah, man. So ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you today: be honest with yourself.
First
When
and
you gonna learn, when you can be honest with yourself, then you can be honest with somebody else.
yeah. Coach Lysandra Collins, she says that transparency
Uh
is
huh.
key. And self-awareness, she say, is a beautiful thing because and we not saying it in a prideful way, but just he's saying, and I'm saying, be aware of you, be aware of your triggers. If you feel this is
Yes.
something that, hey, it's taking me in a bad place, and to me, I can't say as a believer if you should date or if you should not. That's something that between you and God that you decide. The what I'm saying is to me, if you are unmarried and you've been in a relationship and it was toxic or it was very long, I would encourage you take time for yourself to heal because if you go from I was in this relationship and then here I'm going to this relationship and I'm jumping to that relationship. You're taking all of that baggage from that person to that person to that person, and you've not allowed one God to come in and heal that area of those areas, so that way when you're dealing with, and I say this really for us women, men too, but I'm gonna say women because I'm a woman. I think you should allow God to heal you and don't I don't want to say choose a man, but receive one, I guess you could say, because you have a need, because you don't want to be alone and all of that. And if that's the case, you're gonna always be searching because that man is gonna come in, and if you didn't heal from that, then he's gonna make a mistake that's gonna resemble the past person's mistake, and then you gonna cut him, and he's like, I know I made a mistake, but I'm not that person. And
Right.
sometimes women, we do that. I'll be honest, I know I used to do it. And then sometimes men will get a bad taste by one woman that they put all their heart into, and everybody else after her gonna catch it. He ain't gonna
Right.
trust nobody. Because men, to be honest, I think men do love hard, and I really do think that men love harder than women. We want to say they don't, but I believe that men really love harder than women because it's their nature. They got to go for it. They got to give it all they got. So I
Right.
give all I have, and then you just turn around and slap me in the face. So I bet that ain't gonna happen to me the next time.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Everybody gonna get the business. So
True.
um just kind of before we wrap it up and everything, just kind of give the people, brothers and sisters, some pointers, some things when it comes to being self-aware, so that they can be the best person for them, so when it's that time they'll be ready to receive.
Right.
Some people want to be married and you still got a whole lot of stuff going on, and you tell me I want to be married, but sister girl, you still got a lot of brokenness. Brother, you still got a lot of brokenness, and you trying to want to latch on to somebody else.
Right. And so, ladies and gentlemen, if I tell you start anywhere, I'll tell you to submit to God first.
Yeah,
Because at the end of the day, once you know how to submit to Him, you can be able to submit to other situations. I won't
absolutely.
say submit, but like compromise and understand other situations that's around you.
Yeah,
And so having that relationship with Him, getting that guidance from Him, will lead you down the right areas of life that you need to go down.
yeah.
Second thing, de-learn what you've been seen, what you've been taught, what you think
Mm,
you understand. Because at the end of the day, what we don't understand is a lot of stuff that how we talk, walk, like, love, like, all came from somebody else's opinions
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that they told us we should do, that they told us we should wear, told us the way that we should talk, things like that. And so also they told us the way we should love.
Mm-hmm.
And like when I'm saying teaching, I say listen. What I say, I said what you heard, what you seen, and what you didn't said. So it's like when the good book says when I was a child, I spoke as a child.
Come on now.
You know what I'm
No,
saying? I did things as
no.
a child. But when I became a man,
I put away
you,
childish
you
things.
see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when it comes down to understanding yourself and taking yourself seriously, you have to de-learn what some people, just because they're older than you doesn't mean they're wiser than you, doesn't mean they're doing the right thing.
Absolutely.
You gotta understand what's right for yourself, what's right for
Absolutely.
you, and once you figure out what's right for you and what you understand and what you love and like, then you can be able to lead somebody else. I'm talking about women too. I I,
Absolutely.
I don't like the narrative where they say women can't be leaders. I love a woman that's a leader too. That can show me something. I'm very submissive. I'm submissive and I'm a leader because I feel like everybody should be both.
You
If I don't know something, I want to tap in my queen. Hey queen, help me do this or do that. I'ma listen.
absolutely.
I'ma listen. I'ma follow.
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. And she like, Daddy, you ready? I'm cool. Bet. I'm gonna jump out. I'm gonna jump in. Do what I need to do. We a team. At the same time, we run together. A lot of people like to be prideful because they don't like to be vulnerable for their women because they feel like they have to have it all, especially as men. You don't.
Yeah.
Well, especially that woman should make you feel like you should be God, or you shouldn't have no feelings, or you don't get nothing wrong, things like that. We all human.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, the only thing we really want is somebody to have our back.
Absolutely. Well,
You
we're
see what I'm
made
saying?
for relationships. We are made
Yeah,
to be the Bible, most of it has to do with relationships. We were
right,
created for a relationship with one, with God. So that
right,
means how we handle, like he's saying, we need to have that relationship with God, because when we have that relationship with God, and that's solid, not perfect. Now I said solid,
yeah,
um, then you will understand who he is to you. You
uh-huh,
him, and when you understand how he sees you and who you are, and you have that confidence in who you are, then you'll know, okay, I don't have to accept everything that comes my way. Don't mean the
right,
person is a bad person. They just
right,
they are for me, and I don't have a problem in saying no. I don't have a problem in walking away. I don't feel like I've lost out, because one, I know my worth, so I didn't lose out on anything. Like he said in the beginning, that person just might not have been for you. Or again, sometimes it's not your season. God still may be working on you, and
yeah,
he may not say, brother, it's not time for you to ask and join up with nobody. Baby
right,
girl, it's
right,
not time for you. I need for you and me to get our thing together. Because see,
right,
men, I'll say this. How lines get blurred in marriage, I feel, because now I was married, is that when we don't have that relationship with the Father, and we don't understand, first of all, what marriage was even created for, all of this, what it's created for, what it's even supposed to represent. I think if
right,
more people knew that, you, the man, you represent Christ. That means that the word says he commands the husband to love the wife, even if she acts a little bit out of line. He
right,
has to love her. And there again, women, you got to submit, and we got to stop looking at that word as a bad word. Submit,
uh-huh.
it's
Submit.
bad,
It's not a bad word.
bad at all. But for some reason, the world has made us think that it's bad. But yeah, you got to know that it's about communication. And I like how he kept saying communication. And to be honest, I think that's why a lot of relationships, and that's all relationships, business, friendships, whatever, because something was not communicated, or if it was communicated, like you said, depending where that person is within themselves, if I'm in a bad place and I got trust issues or something, and I have not let God heal that, I don't care what nobody say. I'm hearing from them trust issue ears, and you could not be meaning me any harm. Or if I am thinking that I'm somewhere that I'm not, and someone says something, then I'm not gracing them. So I'm seeing them through, oh, they just, trying to do this or do that. So I ain't got time for that. And so we end up losing people, like you said, in our life, who are for us, who God has sent to kind of help take us to the next level. So,
You're right.
um, before we leave, you guys, brother, I know you always have some nice little sugar cubes that you have to share with the my brothers and sisters. And then also after that, I want you to I'm telling y'all, this man, let me tell y'all, this brother here, he's when I say now I have triplets, what I mean is it is so funny. And I say, I guess that's why we used to mess with each other, because he has the same birthday as my nephew, and me and him, and our relationship, how he messes with me is
Yeah.
just same way that my nephew does. And then my nephew's wife, they all have the same birthday. So I'm like, Lord, I just can't even get away from them. I guess this it. We family now. But
You
yeah,
know, we locked in.
give us some nuggets. And then after that, tell the people how they can contact you if they want to contact you, if they want to, come out and support with the things that you have going on in the community.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So a few nuggets. Oh, you talking about like relationship
Yeah,
wise?
relationship nuggets. Yes, sir. With dating and courting, with the dating and the courting, when you want to go from the dating, when you're ready to go to the courting, and then when you're ready to say, girl, come on, let's do this thing.
Okay, okay, okay. Let me tell you something. Courting is really a cheat sheet if you use it correctly. Courting will stop you so much pain, so much
Mm,
suffering, so much time being wasted, months being wasted, years being wasted, visions being wasted. You know what I'm saying? If you use it correctly,
mm-hmm,
understand that when you court somebody, that is you saying that, hey, I can potentially like somebody, but let me see where they're at in their life. And after you see that, let me see where I'm at in my life. And then we can go from there. If you never take that time to do that, you gambling with your heart,
mm,
and
mm,
you gambling with your spirit,
mm-hmm.
and you gambling with your love, and you gambling with your time,
Yeah.
and you gambling with your patience. So at the same time, I'm confused. I don't know who should be mad at who. I don't know, should you be mad at the person, or should they be mad at you because you didn't do what you needed to do when
Mm,
it was time to.
yeah. Yeah.
I just want to break that down to you. A lot of times we like to choose sides when something
Yeah.
doesn't work right. We want to point the finger. But at the same time, you was the person that pressed play to all this. You was the person that initiated all this. So kings, queens, I understand what you really want.
Mm-hmm.
I understand what you really desire. And if you don't, it's okay. Take a step back.
Yeah.
Get to know you. Get to know you, because at the same time, this relationship is a 50. Now I won't say a 50-50 thing. It's 100 thing. If you ain't ready to give 100 right now, and then it's okay. Communicate to that person. That person might accept you with you not being 100 right now. They might be the person that'll build with you until you get to that point. It's a lot of relationships
Absolutely.
that's like that. But if
Absolutely.
you choose not to commit to somebody and tell them what's going on, and you choose just to go in there half empty or on empty, shame on you.
Shame on you. He said,
Shame on you.
shame on
Shame on you. Because at the end of the day, you if that person's not mentally stable, you can kill an innocent soul.
you.
You
Oh,
could you could damage an important heart.
yeah.
And so we want to build love each and every day. That's why I believe in everyday love, and we believe in the best is yet to come. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Levanson Atkinson, aka D Love Doctor. I'm your brother. I'm your friend. I'm just a neighborhood black man that's trying to uplift my family, my brothers and sisters. Amen.
Yeah, okay, y'all. So that is everyday love, the D Love Doctor, and of course,
Right.
this is your girl, Lady Rachel. You can catch us every Saturday at 1 p.m. Central Time on the BPG Inspirational Station at the Holiest House in Houston, Texas, where we love you guys for free. So again, make sure you catch us every Saturday. You don't know
Yeah.
what's gonna be in the teapot, and
Yeah.
so just stay tuned. We got the man's version. So
Okay.
next minute we gonna be back, you guys, and we gonna come back with the second half where we gonna talk to my sister, Lady Omisha. I am Beautiful Adams, and she's gonna give us the lady side because it's two sides to every coin, and we want to
It
get
is.
person an equal amount. So again, I'm your girl, Lady Rachel. Peace, one love, and join us back in a few minutes.
All right.